Hi, I'm standing in the neighborhood formerly known as McRee-Town, but recently rebranded as Botanical Heights. The neighborhood is bordered by abandoned factories on its north and west side, among them the old Liggett-Myers tobacco factory, which would be the taller of those two small smokestacks in the background. The area was once a thriving residential area that supplied the factories with their workers. By the mid-20th century, the neighborhood saw a decline in its populations as factories closed and residents began to move to newer houses in the county suburbs. Property prices fell, and the former almost all-white neighborhood became home to a poorer African-American population. McRee-Town's fate was ultimately decided when it was cut off from Shaw, its more affluent neighbor to the south, in 1973, when Highway 44 cut through both neighborhoods and physically separated the two. I feel that the small neighborhood of McRee-Town is a story of St. Louis. It was initially developed and touted as a residential area away from the smells and pollution of the industrialized downtown. The plan was quickly abandoned, however, by financial interests. Industrialists and their money also needed land outside the crowded downtown area for new factories with easy access to the railroads. McRee had land and trains. McRee's decline in the latter half of the 20th century and into the beginning of the 21st eventually led to it being nicknamed the Dark Side, due to the fact that the city had all but abandoned services to the neighborhood, including streetlights, leaving the residents with darkened streets at night and facilitating crime. In the early 2000s, McRee's powerful neighbor, the Missouri Botanical Garden, took an interest in cleaning up what had become the city's most dangerous neighborhood. McRee had become a deterrent to the garden as visitors were concerned for their safety. A renewal project was launched, beginning with the demolition of 6 complete blocks of residence, which were replaced with new suburban middle-class style homes, seen in the background. The erasure of McRee-Town did not stop with the razing of houses. The name was also erased and was replaced with Botanical Heights, inspiring ideas of clean, safe, tree-lined streets. There is still old housing stock in the neighborhood, as you can see, much of which is either being gentrified or awaiting demolition. Berger's book, Like the City, emphasized the economic and industrial interests of St. Louis. The aspects of the city that are either unpleasant or uncomfortable are given little attention, ignored, or in the case of McRee-Town, erased and renamed. Placing economic factors above anything else is what divides the city and has not worked in the past and won't in the future. As Adam Aronson wrote, the city is unique and solutions to its problems will be too. Top-down solutions have not proven to work. All communities need to be included and represented in decisions about the city's future if it hopes to achieve the status it desires.